ABC, Gimme 10, which I'll call simply African grooves, a vibing kind of response to Michel Conscience Nonsense, who made a video about the label Analog Africa a couple of days ago. And I have enough African music to fill several videos, so it was hard to choose 10 records. However, I mean, what I want to say is African music is totally enthralling, but it's also unjust to just call it African music because there's just so many sub-styles of music, so it was hard to choose. It's a bit like saying, oh, I'm going to make a video about rock, you know, is it heavy prog, punk, post-punk? You get so many sub-headings to it. So I'm going to start with one of my favorite records. I'm cheating. There's not 10 records, 11. The one I'm playing in the background is the 11th one. I want to start with that. A record that I've loved, one of the records I've loved the most in the past year is this. Doesn't exist on record. It's only this is an anthology. You can see the name of this guy is Alain Peters, and the album is called Vavanguer. It's a collection. Alain Peters is a singer from the island of Réunion. You can see there. It's next to Madagascar. It is a French colony. It's a French department, but I would count this as African music in its Maloya, which is a typical island folk music. This is a sublime record. I can't describe it too well, but it's a magical listening. It's fantastic. This guy died in 1995, Alain Peters. So I'll continue with 10 great records. Michel was talking about tout-puissant Orchestre Poly-Rythmo de Cotonou, which is Benin's #1 band. I mean, everybody who likes African music likes this band. And all I have by them is this compilation, which is no less fantastic. The albums and singles are very expensive. The Kings of Benin, Urban Groove, 1972 to 1980. Fantastic kind of Afrobeat, but with the Benin touch. So I would highly recommend this. This is on Soundway. I don't have any singles or anything. They're very expensive, very collectible. Then this I think is an original copy of this record, which is stunning considering. It's King Sunny Ade, and it's in his African beat Bobby. King Sunny Ade is from Nigeria, and the style of music he plays is known as juju, which is basically kind of Afrobeat with a kind of a Western influence. It's very it's traditional music, but it's got a strong Western, like it's influenced by reggae and things like that. King Sunny Ade. It was a record that I acquired recently, but it's already become a favorite of mine. It's a reissue. I can't find these as originals. It's just not possible. Wake Up Your Mind by Joni Haastrup. Joni Haastrup is also from Nigeria. Yes, recording in Lagos. It's a French reissue on Podcast. And this is an amazing Afrobeat record. Really funky. Really. My 3-year-old nephew loves this record. I can tell you, he loves it. He dances to it every time. Amazing record. Joni Haastrup. Okay, got a couple of records from Mali. In fact, 3 or 4 records from Mali. Great musical country. Unfortunately, at the moment, being taken by Islam fundamentalists, it's a bit hard for musicians. However, if you must choose some music from Mali, this is a fantastic band. Afro jazz at its best. The Mystere jazz de Tombouctou. You can see the old mosque from Timbuktu. Tombouctou is Timbuktu in French, obviously. It's the original name of the... This is a fantastic record. Kind of traditional African music mixed with jazz. A superb melange. Very, very, very cool. On Kindred Spirits. Fantastic reissue. Beautiful card. Like, amazing reissue. Fantastic. A very well-known artist from Mali. Sadly, no longer with us. Died a few years back. Superb blues guitar player. He's Mr. Ali Farka Toure, and he's joined on this by Toumani Diabate, who plays the kora. This record is a masterpiece. I just can't tell you how good this record is. Superb. It was released in 2005, and it's just the two of them just playing guitar and kora, and it's spectral music. It just takes you places. It's ambient blues, ambient African blues. You know, it takes you to the cosmic beyond. It does, you know. African krautrock. I didn't say that. I'm just making it up. But it's a fantastic record. I highly recommend. Also highly recommended is this fantastic LP by Salif Keita, who is also from Mali. Soro. Soro is an album that was, I think, produced by François Bréant, who I think Derek and Chris and John Coltrane 68 will know François Bréant, French sort of progressive electronic artist. A good few of his albums, and he produced this record 1987. I think it was originally released on Ireland. I think this is an original pressing on Island Records from 1987. Wonderful traditional sort of Mande folk music, which is the Malian kind of, you know, Malian folk. And also sort of Afro jazz and Monday folk music mix is a wonderful, wonderful band, the Super Biton National de Segou. One of the oldest living orchestras in Africa. They're from Mali as well. The Super Biton National de Segou. Also Kindred Spirits, fantastic reissue. Amazing, amazing records. Just really funky and jazzy. It's a superb Afro jazz from Mali. Few more, three more. A record from Ghana, including another country because it's a lot of Mali there. This is a reissue on Secret Stash Records. Fantastic, fantastic. K.Frimpong and his Cubanos Fiestas is the. Yeah, so as this is a typical Afrobeat kind of affair, very, very funky Afrobeat. You know, maybe there's a bit of a Latin tinge to it, you know, Cubanos Fiestas, but not so much as it is an Afrobeat. You know that I haven't included a single Fela Kuti records because everybody knows Fela Kuti, and I'm not going to. I'm gonna talk about Fela Kuti here. One of my favorites from Cameroon, an ex-French colony, Manu Dibango with Soul Makossa. Very, very well-known record. Cameroon, man. This is an OG on Atlantic. It was first released on Atlantic, so very cool to have. And the title track is well-known. It's jazz funk, African jazz funk, really. And finally, a little known, a bit of an obscurity, and I don't know much about this record, but I really like it. Les Diablotins, they're from Gabon. Gabon was also a French colony. And this is a wonderful sort of, again, Afro-funk, Afro-beat, juju-minded, kind of very bouncy and, you know, like, as you imagine African music to be, really, like, you know, really that rhythm, that driven rhythm. Anyway, African grooves.